After birth, the body of a child undergoes various stages of growth and development to become an adult and complete its lifespan, and we will talk about that now. In the study of growth and development, we talk about the biological, psychological, and social changes in the life of a human being from conception to old age. So growth is mainly the physical aspect which covers the quantitative changes, for example, height and weight, and development is more of a functional or qualitative change in the body of a human being, which is cognitive, emotional, or social. Throughout the lifespan, a person undergoes different stages of life, varying from prenatal, infancy, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and then aging or old age. It's important to understand what biological changes a person undergoes and how they adapt to their environment at different stages of life, and what is the connection between the reproduction, the endocrine system, and nervous system of a human being at all these stages of life. The knowledge of growth and development of human beings is applicable in the study of pediatrics, geriatrics, developmental biology, education, as well as public health. So here are the different stages of a human lifespan that we'll talk about today. The first stage is the prenatal stage. The process of growth and development within the womb of mother from fertilization to birth is considered as the prenatal stage. This stage has further three phases or sub-stages called the germinal stage, embryonic stage, or fetal stage. The fetal stage is from the event of fertilization to the formation of zygote. In this stage, rapid cell division occurs and a blastocyst or a mass of cells is formed that gets implanted in the uterine wall of mother. During the embryonic stage, most of the major organs are formed and body system of the fetus starts to establish. It also covers the stage where the neural tube starts to develop, and this neural tube eventually forms the brain and spinal cord, that is the central nervous system of the child. This stage is highly sensitive to teratogens. Any kind of harmful substances that a mother is exposed to can cause developmental defects in the embryo. The embryo becomes fetus by week 9. During this phase, there is growth in size and weight of the fetus. The organ systems mature and the viability of fetus improves significantly around day 24. So they can survive if the child is born at week 24 of their development. From the birth to the age of 2 years is the infancy phase of a child. During this phase, the child undergoes rapid increase in height and weight. They start understanding sensory and motor responses, and they start developing skills. They also develop reflexes of rooting and latching to their mother's breast, sucking and grasping. They achieve milestones such as rolling, sitting, crawling, and walking, and they start on a feeling of attachment with their caregiver. From the age of 2 to 6, they develop fine and gross motor skills in which they learn how to draw, how to write, how to run. Their vocabulary expands rapidly. They can learn different languages, and their basic reasoning develops. They start to find reason behind things, and their memory also develops. Their memory is at the pre-operational stage. That means they can use symbolics. For example, you can use a stick as a sword to make the child play with it and have some kind of pretend games. Their social behavior goes from a parallel play to a cooperative play. So that means when they're playing all by themselves, then to start playing in groups and in a cooperative manner. During this stage, the child should be provided with proper nutrients, vaccines, and learning support, and the items or objects that can help them learn better. A childhood is a stage of life between 6 to 12 years of age. During this stage, the growth is slower at pace, it's more steady growth in height and muscular development is seen, and the children are able to coordinate, pay more attention, and develop stronger memories at this stage of life. They also develop fine motor skills of writing, sports, and playing instruments. They are able to use logical thinking, trying to find logic behind things, reasoning behind things. They then start understanding rules. They start understanding the concept of time and cause and effect relationship. Like if I touch hot plate, what can happen to my hand? Because they have already acquired this experience and memory of experience, that some kind of causes leads to some kind of effect. They also expand their vocabulary, start learning bigger words, and they also improve their grammar. They are able to use past, present, and future tense properly. Socially, they start developing peer relationships. They like to play in groups, and this provides them a sense of independence and a sense of self-esteem. Health wise, they should still be given proper nutrients. They should be brought up in a more hygienic environment, and they should have enough opportunity for physical activity. Children should be closely monitored for any kind of learning or developmental disorders. Puberty marks the onset of reproductive capability in children. This is controlled by hormones, and the primary hormone released by hypothalamus is the gonadotropin release hormone that influences pituitary gland, which produces luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, both of which influence the gonads in male and female, activating the production of testosterone in male and estrogen in female. Both these hormones are responsible for establishing secondary sexual characters in both the genders. Female also start their menstruation, and men start their sperm production. During adolescence, the prefrontal cortex is well developed in a human being, and this prefrontal cortex is responsible for a person's personality. So the teenagers develop certain kind of personality because of their prefrontal cortex development. They start understanding abstract things. They start understanding poetry, songs, paintings, and artwork, and even moral reasoning of what is right and what is wrong. They develop a judgment of their own. Socially, they find a sense of identity. They want a sense of independence, and their peer influence is significant for them in validating their identity and recognizing their identity. The mood swings are very often in teenagers because of these hormonal and brain capability shifts. Early adulthood is marked as the time of 18 years of age to 40 years of age. This is the peak time of maximum strength, speed, and fertility of a human being. During this time, a person develops critical thinking, problem solving. Their main emphasis is for establishing relationships, career, and independence. And health wise, they should prioritize living a healthy lifestyle and a stress-free or a stress management approach to life. The middle adulthood is around the period of 40 to 65 years of age. At this time, there is a gradual decline in muscle mass. Skin loses its elasticity, a person starts to see wrinkles, and their metabolism goes down. In women, a menopause can be seen around the period of 45 to 55 years of age. That is because of decline in the hormone estrogen, and men also observe a decline in testosterone. There is slight decline or slowing down of their cognitive abilities, but there is seen an increase in their wisdom because of the experience of life. Health wise, they become a more risky group for chronic diseases such as diabetes or hypertension. The late adulthood is marked as a period starting from the age of 65 and above. During this, their mobility is significantly reduced, strength and senses are also declining. They may feel loss in their memory, which is also called dementia. Psychosocially, this is the period of time when people usually retire from their work and they lose their sense of work and time and focus, and their main concern is their legacy. What care should be provided to them is trying to provide them a supporting environment that supports their health and nourishment and also their social relationships, along with providing preventative health care, which will help them prevent certain kind of diseases which an elderly is more prone to. So aging is defined as the gradual decrease in body functions over time, and it is most noticeable after the age of 30, where we see a rapid acceleration of aging. During the later stages or rapid aging stages of life, we see slowing down of metabolism, reduction in regeneration or healing, or if a bone is broken, it takes longer time to heal. Decline in muscle mass, bone density, decline in immunity of a human being, and elasticity of skin are associated with rapid aging, and a person becomes more prone to chronic diseases such as arthritis, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, or diabetes. Senescence marks the cellular or tissue deterioration that we see with aging. So why this happens is, in the chromosomes there are terminal ends called the telomeres. With every division cycle or with every cell division, as many times as the DNA replication has to take place, these telomeres start becoming shorter. And these telomeres are important for protecting the chromosomes from degradation. So if with every cell cycle, or you can say as the human beings are growing, these telomeres start becoming shorter, that means the chromosomes are not as well protected, which leads to DNA damage and loss of many gene activity, loss of mitochondrial function, and also defects in the DNA replication, which again leads to production of useless or bad proteins. So overall, that can affect so many bodily functions. It can slow down person's reflexes, decline their memory, reduce the amount of blood circulated by our heart, or the amount of blood poured out with each pumping of heart, and stiffens the arteries. It can also lead to weakening of bones and loss of mobility. Let's have a look at the role hormones play in growth and development of human beings. Growth hormone produced by pituitary gland plays a significant role in stimulating the growth of bones and tissues, and it increases protein synthesis and fat metabolism in the cells. Thyroid hormone produced by thyroid glands is important for growth and brain development. This also increases cellular metabolism and supports the action of growth hormone. Sex hormones, which are usually produced at the time of puberty, are estrogen and testosterone in female and male respectively. They also promote bone growth, and they trigger the epiphyseal fusion, which completes the development of a mature bone. Insulin produced by pancreas promotes glucose uptake and protein synthesis and supplies energy that is required for growth. Cortisol produced by adrenal cortex in excess can inhibit growth, and it regulates metabolism as well as the stress response. Environment and genetics also play a role, actually significant role, in the growth and development of a person. They influence height, body type, and metabolism of a person. Genes control hormones, organ development, and puberty timing. Genetic disorders can impair the growth of a person, for example, in the condition of Down syndrome or Turner syndrome. Environmental factors such as the kind of nutrients available to the child and the deficiency of these nutrients can cause stunted growth. The amount of health care provided, if there is any chronic illness, infection, or toxin in the body of a person, how much physical exercise is involved in a person's lifestyle, which leads to development of bones and muscles. What is the socio-economic condition of a person? Do they have access to food, healthcare, education? And what about the psychological environment? Do they have enough emotional support? Is their environment stimulating enough? Is it stress-free for enabling their proper growth and development? Interaction of both genetic as well as environmental factors is what is presented as the final result in the growth and development of a person. For example, a child with taller parents may not be very tall if they are not provided enough nutrients in their food or a good environment which is stress free and provides them the opportunity to grow. To summarize, today we learned about the male and female reproductive system and how hormones regulate the development of these systems. We learned the processes of formation of gametes, which is called gametogenesis, and the process of fusion and formation of zygote and menstrual cycle. After birth, the person undergoes growth and development, and different phases of growth and development are characterized with different aspects of social, learning, cognitive, and physical changes that we can associate with different stages of life, going from prenatal, infancy, childhood, adolescence, adulthood to final aging. And we also learn how hormones, genes, and environment play a significant role in growth and development of a human being.